afternoon. This video is the second of 3 and dedicated to all female colleagues who are fighting on the front lines against hegemonic masculinity and misogyny, as well as to the 5% of men who are committed to healthy equality and have recognized that they themselves suffer from these power structures. If you want to fight back, you'll go from bad to worse. Our jurisprudence and laws are also made by men. Linear thinking beings make laws for linear thinking beings. Men protect their needs and factor their mistakes and shortcomings into legislation right from the start. One crow doesn't peck out the other's eye. They know their shortcomings and have no interest in taking responsibility for their wrongdoing. You need to know that. Once you have made the inner decision to sue, you are faced with the problem of finding legal counsel who specializes in this particular area of law, has the time, and, moreover, is willing to defend you. Good luck with that. If you are well prepared and want to assert your claim in court yourself, you are out of luck. In Germany, you are not allowed to defend yourself in court. Labor law jurisprudence suffers particularly from the negative influence and limited cognitive abilities of men. This goes so far that lawyers refuse cases even though legal protection would have paid, simply because they are on the side of the perpetrators. This is not a legal system for women. Our understanding of the law is different. It is much more pronounced. Due to our skills, creativity, complexity, foresight, and horizontal thinking structures, we have no need for misconduct, and thanks to our mental superiority, we assess many situations in a more differentiated manner. We analyze facts. We love the truth and transparency. We have no corruption, we love freedom, and we act in solidarity. Conclusion. Due to the concentrated incompetence of the absolute majority of men and the resulting devastating misconduct, which is characterized by arbitrary actionism, oppression, and a lack of problem-solving skills, Germany is suffering total technical, economic, and moral damage. There is no way to sugarcoat this. Development is declining, a crushing defeat. With regard to labor law, I would like to make the following suggestions for improvement. First, employers must inform employees about A. Warnings and associated options for appeal. B. Terminations and the right to file a lawsuit for protection against dismissal. C. Which deadlines must be observed. In labor law, very short deadlines apply for scope of actions. This is important to know. Second, applicable deadlines must be extended. Third, warnings must be justified. Fourth, terminations must be justified. In addition, A. Matters should first be clarified transparently internally. B. An attempt at conciliation and consultation with the Works Council should always take place. Fifth, a better connection to criminal law must be established. There is a worrying trend here with regard to perfidious fraud and deception. Sixth, reassignments must be explained and discussed. The person being reassigned must know exactly why they are being reassigned and what changes this will mean for them. The sphere of influence and area of responsibility, position and status of the person being reassigned must not be affected. Reassignments must not be made across different hierarchical levels, in brackets, except after proper examination of all the facts and valid, detailed reasoning and justification. 7th, cases of discrimination and bullying must be investigated internally. A. Employees must be informed about what to do in such cases. B. Independent social counseling must be provided. 8th, severe penalties must be imposed on perpetrators. A. Dismissal. B. Fines. C. Notes in the employment reference. 9th, the victim must continue to be employed. 10th, in principle, no one may to be given preferential treatment. 11th, hiring must be based strictly on qualifications. Management positions must be filled with the most qualified employees, not based on sympathy. 12th, cliques must be avoided at all costs. 13th, transparency in hiring. A. The terms of the employment contract must be reviewed together in detail. B. Reasons for termination must be formulated transparently. Z. Bottlenecks must be disclosed. Transparent information about the financial situation of the company. D. The scope of duties must be precisely defined. E. The duration of the employment relationship must be clearly discussed. F. Justified extra work and overtime must be paid. 14th, employment references must be issued in a clear and understandable manner. There must be no room for interpretation. The assessment must be clearly understandable. It is not permissible to mislead the employee. 15th, no information beyond the employment reference may be provided. Learn more about hegemonic masculinity in my next video, part 3 of 3. Thank you very much. Shiba, First Regent of Universe.